Hi, I'm Sophia, and today I'm going to show you how to make a unicorn cake. I know everyone knows how to make one, but I'm going to show you how to make one the Valastro way. So first, I'm going to start with a little cornstarch. So next, I'm going to roll out my fondant. I'm going to roll it out so I have 3 pieces. One's the horn, one's the ear, and the other ear. I'm going to split this in half so I have enough fondant. So there's half. So first I'm going to do the ears. The ears, what you really want to do is you want to roll the fondant out not too thin, and then you want to take a circle cutter and you want to cut 2 circles. What you want to do next is you want to form the 2 circles that you cut into ears. I'm going to roll them into like a teardrop shape, so you want to like pinch at the top and roll your finger down, and then you want to do the same thing with the other side. So next we're going to stick a toothpick into each of them and we're going to let them dry. There's one. I'm letting them dry on the sheet pan just so they all don't touch each other and they don't stick. Next, what I'm going to make is the horn. For the horn, you need 2 things, the wooden rod and fondant. When you roll it out, you want to make sure one end is thinner than the other, just so it wraps around nicely. When you're rolling the horn, it would roll a lot better without any cornstarch underneath. So I'm rolling this into a line. One end has to be a little thinner than the other. So you're rolling it out. I'm going to take about only half of this so you can take the other half and put it to the side. So I'm rolling this. I'm putting a little more pressure on this side just to make it thinner, and I'm making the top into a point so it wraps around. And when you're rolling it onto the wooden rod, you want to start from the top. Press it into the top a little bit. You want to just keep rolling it onto the wooden rod. So as I'm rolling this on, you want to keep it tightly rolled. So if it's a little hard to roll it when it's like this, you could always move the fondant around so you could put it on and it would look nice. I know how to cover a cake in fondant, but decorating a cake, I gotta practice. So I'm gonna end it right away halfway down the stick because you need enough stick to stick in the unicorn cake. And now we're gonna let it dry just with the ears. I'm gonna set that aside. So I'm gonna pull my cake that I already dirty iced. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna grab my fondant. Okay. Sometimes the fondant buckets can be a little hard to open. I'm gonna put some cornstarch down. I need a lot of cornstarch. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll it out by hand. It may be an arm workout, but in the end, it will all be worth it. I hope. Last push. Okay, I finished. I'm gonna bring my cake in. You never want to cover your cake on a turntable because you can never see where you're covering. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick my hands underneath this. I'm gonna move my cake over and I'm gonna stick this around the middle. So next, what I'm gonna do, how my dad taught me how to cover a cake. So I'm going around and I'm always working in front of me, never working behind me. So you want to work kind of fast because when the fondant dries out, it gets all like hard and it only looks like an elephant, not a unicorn, not what we're making today. So next, I'm going to take my pizza wheel and I'm just going to cut around the cake. Okay. And voila! I'm going to take my smoothers and make sure it's all smooth out around. So what you want to do is you want to go all the way around the cake, turning it. And then you want to go on top and make sure everything is smooth. Okay, so now that my horn and ears have had time to dry, I'm going to paint them gold. So this is paint, edible paint mixed with a little bit of alcohol. And you can take any paintbrush, and what you're going to do is you're going to paint the whole horn gold and just the part that's indented on the ears gold. And it doesn't matter what color you could use any color. I'm using gold because it's one of my favorites. So one ear's done, and it doesn't have to be perfect. because nothing's perfect, but I'm also a kid, so I'm not the best artist. So I gotta take this and I gotta paint it. So I'm gonna let my horn and ears dry. So I'm gonna start assembling this cake. I have a bunch of different colored buttercreams. I have like a hot pink, light pink, red, and white. And I'm gonna use it to decorate the cake. So first, I'm gonna start with the mane of the unicorn, right about on the front of the cake where you want it and part where it starts to curve. You wanna take your buttercream and you wanna go like this. You wanna make like a nice little swirl and you wanna just keep going around. You wanna leave some space in between so you could put the other colors. See, I'm just going like a back and forth pattern right now just to make sure. And when it starts getting to the end, you wanna kinda do it going down the cake on an angle, because on the angle, it goes down and it goes down to the side. It's just like the mane of a unicorn. So you could use all different colors. I'm gonna use a bunch of reds, pinks, hot pinks. You could do it anywhere. It doesn't matter where you put the colors as long as all of them are on there. Taking my time just to make sure it looks neat. Next, I'm gonna take the red and I'm gonna go in the spots that didn't have the colors that I wanted to put. I'm kind of just moving along gently and making sure everything is in the right spot and everything works out. And when you see colors missing, you could add a few. So like I saw pink that needed to have a spot. So next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my white, I'm gonna pipe a white shell border around it. So to pipe a shell border, all you do is you go squeeze, pull, squeeze, pull. And you just keep doing that until you're around the whole cake. So when you get to the mane, you could just go around it and you could just keep going. And so if you could see, I still have some buttercream showing on the bottom of my cake. What this white border's doing is hiding my mistakes because I'm not perfect. Even though my dad taught me how to do this, I'm still not perfect. So there it is, all finished. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick my horn and ears on. I'm gonna start with the horn, and you wanna kinda angle it downward and aim to put it like in the middle. So next I'm gonna take my ears that I painted. I'm putting the ears a little bit behind the horn just so it looks like a unicorn, and that's where the ears normally go on a unicorn. In my unicorn, that's where they go. So now I'm gonna paint my unicorn eyes, and you're gonna use the same paint that you used for the ears and horn. I have to get eye level just to make sure that it all looks good. So now, just to add a little more of detail to it, I'm gonna add some eyelashes to the unicorn. Ta-da! So now that the design's done, every unicorn has glitter on them, right? So I'm gonna add some edible glitter of my own. So I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna sprinkle it on top of the cake, very lightly. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, there's a surprise inside. Every unicorn cake inside of every Carla's bakery is filled with rainbow cake filling. One, and two. You guys ready for the big reveal? Now, a good baker always tastes what they make, so let's see what I made. Delicious. So much for watching. Like, subscribe, share this video to all your friends, and comment down below what you want me to make you next. See you guys next time.